my pimple look, most importantly. Now you're gonna stare at it the whole video. Really? Hello people, I am 19 weeks today and it's been about a million years since my last update, so... First of all, hi if you're new to my channel. I know I've had a ton of new subscribers in the past, I don't know, 12 weeks I think it's been since I last updated, so hi, I'm Kim if you're new. If you're not new, nice to see you again. It's been forever since my last update. I have had crippling morning sickness. It just ended. Week 17 was like the week that it was the least horrific for me. And I was like, well, maybe this is gonna be a good thing. And halfway into week 17, I woke up one morning and I didn't feel nauseous. I wasn't like super dizzy. I didn't feel miserable like I had been feeling every single day from morning, noon, and night for the past, 12 weeks, since like maybe 13 weeks, since I was like 6 weeks, morning sickness, vomiting, nausea, dizziness, all of that fun crap that comes along with pregnancy I've been experiencing. And yeah, so like I was saying, I just woke up one day without it and I was like, is something wrong? Like something must be wrong, because I'd been so used to that being my normal feeling that I woke up and I really thought something was wrong. I was like, I think maybe there's something wrong because I don't feel like I'm dying. And luckily nothing is wrong. It's just my body has finally, I guess, balanced out the hormones and figured out a way that, hey, it's just a baby growing inside me and everything is fine. So I am now at week 19. I'm 19 weeks, which is almost halfway, which is so crazy to me because, like, in one instance, because it's been so miserable and I've been so sick, this pregnancy has felt like it has been 5 years long. But in another aspect, I feel like it's gone by so fast because this is my third pregnancy, so it's kind of been an afterthought. Like, whenever I feel the baby moving, which I'll get into more of that in a minute, but whenever I feel the baby moving, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm pregnant. It's so much of an afterthought because I'm so busy doing other things that, with my first pregnancy, every day I would be like, oh, I'm pregnant, and you focus, well, I focused all of my energy and time and like thoughts on that because really there was hardly anything else for me to worry about. But now I have so many other things going on. Like, we moved. This is our new house. This is my new bedroom. We have to paint the walls in here, but we'll do that eventually. If you'd like a house tour, I would love to do that for you. I'm really enjoying this new house that we moved into. So I'd love to share that with you. If you're interested, let me know. Leave a comment or like thumbs up, whatever. And yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. Oh, we've been busy moving and stuff. So, like, I haven't been worried or focused on this pregnancy as much as I have with my past pregnancies, which I heard is common with like every passing pregnancy. It's kind of like, you're busy doing a million other things and you kind of forget that you're pregnant. And so yeah, it's been nice for the past like almost 2 weeks that I felt like a normal human being. I have not felt like I'm dying, really. My morning sickness was so bad. At one point, I really believed that I had HG, which is hyperemesis gravitorium. If you don't know what that is, it's basically just like morning sickness, but times 100. It's awful, and some women experience it, and it's horrible. They have it, sometimes they have it their entire pregnancies. Luckily, week 17, I guess, was it for me. I'm hoping that the sickness and the nausea and vomiting and all of that doesn't come back, because I've read that sometimes you get like the middle of your pregnancy is okay, and then when you hit your 3rd trimester again, this sickness kind of comes back. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen, obviously. I think in like week 6 update, the first update I did, I was like, I think I'm gonna beat the morning sickness because this is really the healthiest I've been in my entire life. I, was very active. I work out, I eat healthy, and right, those are the most important things that you can do for your body. So I thought, oh, this is going to be a cake pregnancy. It's going to be wonderful. And the universe was just like, ha, just kidding. Like, we're going to make this the most miserable pregnancy that you've ever had, and it has been up until this point. What have you missed? So much. Week 10, I had, no, not week, it was like week 9 and 5 days. I had an ultrasound, my first ultrasound, and I got to see the baby. I'll try to insert a picture somewhere, and it's so cool seeing the baby when they're so little, when you can't really make out anything. And the ultrasound tech that I had, she just switched it over to like a 4D ultrasound real quick. And she was like, oh, look, see, now you can see the definition a little better. And I was like, oh my gosh, look at those little nubs for hands, like finger. It was so cool. And so I skipped the week 12 ultrasound because I don't remember if I did it with my second, but I did it with my first. I have had 2 healthy pregnancies and, no complications. I don't have any family history of things that they test for at week 12. So I thought I'll just, pass that. I initially made the appointment to go to get the genetic testing done at week 12, but I was literally so sick and I couldn't move and I was just vomiting and everything. I just canceled it. I was like, I'm not going, it's fine. So I didn't do any of that. My next ultrasound will be next Thursday. So a week from today, whatever, is my 20-week ultrasound, which I'll be 20 weeks and 1 day. So I'm really excited for that. It's the anatomy scan. Some people look at it as, the ultrasound where they get to find out the gender of their baby. We are not going to find out the gender of our baby until the delivery, which we did with our second, and it was just so much fun. Just the anticipation and the waiting, and, my husband is like dying. He wants a boy so bad. You might have seen some of the other videos on our channel that are like, it's a boy. So some people who don't know us, like, personally, they actually think we're having a boy because of those videos, but we don't know what we're having, and we're not going to find out until the birth. My husband is like praying and putting all of that into the universe because he wants a boy so bad. We have 2 girls, and this won't be, he doesn't want it to be our last child, so we have, other chances to have boys. And even if we don't have a boy, I'm totally okay with that. Like, I don't care either way. I think that's part of the reason why I'm okay with waiting until the birth to find out the gender. But some people are like, your poor husband, like, why don't you find out at 20 weeks what you're having so he doesn't have to wait? But he's just as cool with waiting as I am, so I think he really likes the anticipation and the build-up and the, like, actually, when you see your baby, it's just like a mind-blowing experience, and then to find out the gender then. The hard thing about that is finding a name. Finding a name is so hard, and everyone has their opinions about names, right? A whole other video I feel like I need to do about naming your baby. Like, this is my baby. I get to pick the names. You get to pick the names of your babies. Let's just, settle that way. But yeah, no one seems to like our boy names that we have picked out, and our family members are like, well, that's why you keep having girls, because your boy names are so miserable. But you might be wondering, oh, what are your boy names? Maybe I'll make a video about that. What else has been going on? Oh, baby's the size of a zucchini/mango. So it's like ½ a pound and 6 inches long from like head to rump, not including the legs and stuff. I don't know what else is going on with baby. I read an app, like what to expect when you're expecting on my app really quickly this morning, and it said that the baby's legs went through a growth spurt, I guess, or are going through a growth spurt and are catching up to the rest of their body. So that's why women typically experience like kicks and stuff when they're 20 weeks and when they start feeling the flutters and kicks and jabs and stuff. I've been feeling flutters probably for a solid week. I've been feeling them, but I felt them a little bit previous to this past week again. But it's hard to decipher, like, wait, did I just feel the baby or was that like indigestion, you know? So now I can definitely differentiate like, oh, that's definitely the baby moving, and I can feel that. And that's really cool. That's, you know, sometimes the best part of pregnancy. Toward the end of the pregnancy though, it's like miserable. You're like, stop moving. And hiccups for me, when those start, oh my gosh. Some people are like, oh, hiccups, I love when my baby has hiccups. I'm like, I hate when my baby has hiccups. They're so annoying. Please tell me that I'm not alone in thinking that my baby hiccuping is annoying. Like, oh yes, it's a miracle, they're learning how to breathe and all that stuff, but really, do you need to, you know, have hiccups 5 times a day? I don't think so. Oh, cravings. I haven't been eating a whole ton since I've been feeling so nauseous and I've been sick and everything. So these past 2 weeks, I have definitely been making up for lost time because I've been eating everything and I haven't been saying no to anything. We're dairy free typically in our house, but yeah, I've been buying cheese, like real cheese, and I've been like cheese and crackers, and I'm like, oh, it's my sanctuary. And what else? Oh, Doritos. It's 4th of July weekend. This past weekend we had a party, so I have like this enormous bag of Doritos, and we didn't eat them all, so I've been like, you know, like eating them all myself, just pouring them down my gullet. I love Doritos, man, and I forgot how good they are because we don't typically buy, like, first we don't buy a lot of chips anyway, and then to top it off, like chips filled with cheese. Sometimes when we buy chips, it's like for birthday parties, and I buy the Sun Chips, like the little packs. But this is like a big bag of Doritos, and there's no portion control. I'm just like shoveling it in. They're delicious. Doritos are like the best. What else? I have never had a problem eating Doritos. Mostly through the pregnancy, through my nausea and stuff, what helped me the most, and I might make a separate video if you guys are interested in like morning sickness remedies. And my morning sickness was so bad, nothing really helped. I mean, I want to like punch the people in the face who are like, oh, have you tried eating crackers in the morning? Yes, I've tried eating crackers in the morning. I've been throwing up for the past 17 weeks. Yeah, like those people who are like, oh, try ginger. I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for your input. And I know you're trying to help, and I know it comes from a loving place, but like, I was so sick, and I was like, yes, I've tried everything that I know of. Like, this isn't my first rodeo. It's my 3rd pregnancy. I have literally tried everything I can think of. The seasickness bands, the like pressure points, essential oils, mints, ginger, everything. First of all, I hate ginger. So the fact that I even put that crap in my mouth to begin with says something. But then to have it not be effective or do anything for me is just like, I mean, maybe it worked a little bit, but ugh. I don't even know. Oh, if there was one thing that truly helped me get through, I thought was orange juice, until there was like a day where I just threw up so much orange juice. I can't even handle it right now. Gatorade. And I hate Gatorade. I think it tastes like sweat. It's nasty. Red Gatorade, and first of all, like the whole food dye thing, I hate buying Gatorade anyway because it's like crappy. But I did it. My husband buys Gatorade because he really enjoys it, and he doesn't like the red. So I was like, okay, maybe Gatorade will help me with the electrolytes and stuff. Someone told me that their doctor said, you know, told them, hey, it might help with your morning sickness. So I was like, I will try it. So I drank it, but I had to have it like ice cold. I had like a cup of ice, and I would pour like a tiny bit in, and just because I had to be like ice cold for me. But that helped me. It gave me enough energy to like do the things that I absolutely had to do during the day, because trust me when I tell you that I did not do anything above and beyond what I needed to do. I didn't even do laundry. Like, my poor husband had to live in like a filthy house for so long because I was like, I can't clean, I can't get up, I cannot stand up long enough to like do anything. It was hard enough for me to just make dinner, like for everyone, to like find the motivation and energy to make dinner for the whole family. And some nights I didn't. A lot of nights we ate out. And we have eaten out more this time that I've been pregnant than we have the entire time my husband and I have been married. And we've been married for 8.5 years. So that says a lot for how like crappy I was feeling. Where was I going with that? I went from like Gatorade to eating out. Oh, my husband was doing so many house chores. So we found out that he's really good doing laundry, like putting it in the wash and dryer. He's not so good about like putting the clothes away where they belong, which I guess, yes, we had clean clothes, so that was a nice thing, even though I pretty much hung out in like the same clothes for weeks on end, probably. Pretend I didn't just say that. But yeah, so when we were moving and packing and everything, I was like literally had an entire bedroom full of clothes that was just a mess. So it took me hours to go through it all and hang it up and put it away in drawers. And he was like, why didn't you just shove it straight into boxes? Because we're moving. And I was like, if I didn't do it now, I would have had to do it in the new house. So anyway, glad that I got it over with and done with, but it took me like, I want to say like 4 or 5 hours to go through all of it. There was so much laundry. Yeah, so now I'm like totally caught up on laundry. I'm caught up on housework. Our house is clean. And it's such a good feeling to like have the energy back and, you know, just be able to feel like a normal human being. And I'm so thankful for that. And I am really hoping that you are not going through morning sickness right now, because it's miserable and no one wants to feel miserable and sick and ugh. Now I know the video is at least 20 minutes long because my camera just shut off. So I'm sorry if I jabbered on and talked about a bunch of crap that you don't care about, but I'm back and hopefully I will see you next week with my 20-week, actually it'll probably be a little late because one, we're going to the beach house. We go to like a beach house. We live in Florida, so we can really go to the beach anytime, but we stay at a beach house every July for a few days. And yeah, we're going to the beach house this weekend / next week, so I probably won't be making a video, but I will make one after my anatomy scan at 20 weeks. So yeah, the updates will keep coming. And I am so thankful that you have not lost interest in my channel. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye guys.